You guys, look at these high protein drinks. 35 grams of protein, it claims. But there's so much sugar though. 18.9 grams of carbs and 17.2 of sugar. But for 35 grams of protein and only 222 calories. And they come in a lot of flavors as well. So you have vanilla, the chocolate. What do they have? Salted caramel. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new video. My name is Benhilda if you're new around here. You guys, today's video, I am so excited. If you'd have told me that fast forward, a few weeks, a few months, this will be me reacting to cooking, I don't know. I found a new hobby, I suppose. The one thing that I thought I hated, well, I still don't really like it that much. But when I plan ahead and I know it's coming and I'm prepared, I am enjoying it. Let's put it that way. I am enjoying it. So remember I told you in yesterday's vlog that I'm going to be about cooking today, and that's really based around protein and my protein goals. So one of the things I realized is that I don't have a protein that I could have on the go. So things that are dry, so not in soup. So a lot of my meats right now are in some kind of soup. So that I can't take on the go. I would have to warm it up before I can eat it. So I have decided to do this. One, so that I'm able to have them on the go. I can take them as a snack. I can even take them to work and have, just as they are. But also I can incorporate in my wraps and my salads. So obviously they're going to be dry for those things. And that's going to make it so much easier for me to have my veggies, which is one of the things that I've noticed that I'm not having as much of if I just stick to what I already have. So just to help me in those fronts, that's the reason why. But also I've got the kids coming over in a couple of days time, so it's just going to help me to prep for that as well, so at least I have a little bit of something ahead of time, because I know I might not be feeling like cooking once they're actually around. But anyway, so I bought the meat already. I'm going to show you that in a second. Well, my brother bought it for me in Leicester, and then he brought that down here day before yesterday when he came. So I've gone to Lidl's just to get the last bits that I need for this. So I'm going to show you. This isn't part of it, but I just wanted some. These ones are the seedless grapes. The last time I got the ones from South Africa, these ones originate from India. So I just want to try out to see if they taste any sweeter, because the last ones from South Africa, they were borderline. I mean, they're all right, but they were a little bit borderline. So I want to test these ones and see what they're like. My nieces ate the rest of my grapes, so that's why. So I'm not just buying just for the sake of it. I needed some more freezer bags, so I got these ones, a small size. This is a bag of 80. I'll show you what the small size looks like. So pretty much enough for a couple of portion sizes, or one, depending on what it is. And these are the ones that come with space for you to label. You can either stick a label on there or write in pen. I still have a few left from last time. I do have quite a lot actually. So I have the ones that have the zip seal and some more Thai ones. So it's just adding to that, because I don't know how much I'm gonna have in the end. And then I got garlic, because I have to have garlic in everything. And I got these little tubes. I got 8 of these. Again, I wasn't sure when I left. I didn't actually check to see if I needed any, but it doesn't look like I've got any, so that's fine. I was also running really low, that tiny little bit of olive oil, and I just topped up and bought another one. That's the one that I like. And then I got 2 kgs of tomatoes, and I always have fresh. And I just got some more mangoes because my nieces ate my mango. But these ones, because they're not ripe, they're not ready to eat just yet, so they're gonna keep for a few days. So they'll take me well into next week. And then I also got 2 kgs of onion. So that was my shop, and altogether that was £24.84. Not bad. So let me show you the meats. I have chicken wings that are like cut up like so, and then here I have chicken mince, and then here I have chicken breast. So the bulk of it is actually chicken breast. So I'm going to put that in the oven. That I'm going to brown on the stove, and then maybe a tiny little bit of it, I'll see, I might put soup in it, and then I'm gonna have this dry, and then maybe just a few portions with soup as well. Here I have a couple of bags of sugar beans. I'd actually asked for more, but these ones will do anyway. And then if you remember, you guys, my bulk order from Zimbabwe, so I have cowpeas or nyemba and some peanuts, and I'm going to mix the two, so I'm gonna have that going as well. So this is my first time actually preparing the sugar beans in this way. I have to like separate them and pick out like any stones or any beans that's gone bad. Because otherwise, if you cook them, can you imagine and cook like stones and like the bad ones in there? So they'll actually ruin the entire dish. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to put all the bad ones in here. So you see, some that are kind of like that. I'm not sure if that is a good one or a bad one. If I'm not sure, I'm just going to get rid of. If it just looks a funny color to me, Alright, so the beans are done. Alright, I'm just gonna wash them now, rinse them thoroughly. Ideally, I would have wanted to soak them overnight to make them softer, but I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. So I'm just going to blast them in the pressure cooker. Save me time. I'll double check for any bad ones as well at the same time. Like that one. That's cooking away nicely. Tomatoes done, ready to go in the blender. Let's check on the chicken breast. Alright, let's open up and try and turn it. I can see it's starting to brown there. I don't want it to burn. Right, so the pressure cooker says it's done. So let's release. You've got to be really careful with steam because that really burns. Right, so I'll just let that release and then we'll open up and see if it's cooked. So far so good, guys. Things are panning out well as intended. So I'm just going to cut up, dice up the onions now and then start on the soup, and then I'll check on the beans and then do the other the cowpeas and the peanuts. I still need to select those as well, like I did with the beans. I'm not cut out for stuff like this, but yeah, I've got to get it done. I tried chopping this up in the blender before and it just doesn't work. It chops them into really chunky pieces, which I don't like. They're not even. I like things to be even. So I don't mind spending the time chopping them. They do chopped onions in stores though, like in the freezer section. But I've just never tried them. I don't know what they'll be like, whether they're not going to be soggy if they are frozen. I don't know. Maybe that's something to try next time to save me having to do all this. Especially if you don't have a lot of time. That will actually come in pretty handy. Yeah. Careful because it's really hot. It's steam twisted. I think you're okay. Oh. On a spoon.
It's not soft.
So they need to go in for a little bit longer. But it's not far off though. Right, so I'm just gonna top up some water. The salt is actually pretty good, so I'm just gonna do water. I think another 10 minutes will be fine. A dash more cooking oil. Let me bring you closer so you can see what that looks like. Ten more minutes I think will do. Right, so I've let the chicken wings rest to cool down. So I'm gonna take a little bit and try them for seasoning. Perfect. I'm gonna go in with all the onion that I chopped up. I would have added more, but I'm tired of chopping up now. So this is gonna have to do. I'm gonna try and use these seasonings for taste instead of salt. I've never done that before, so that's gonna be a first. You guys, I cut the onions the wrong way around. Ah, that stings. Look at my eyes now. Anyway, remove. Right, let's check on the chicken and see how that's doing. Good timing, actually, guys. Any longer, I think that would have dried way too much. I think I'm actually going to take it out. You can't even take your eye off these things even for a second, because look, it was close to burning if I hadn't checked. Trying the chicken. The seasoning is just right. I can taste the garlic. Very subtle, which I like. Very nice. I think they're cooked now. So I can add the tomatoes now. And I'm gonna go in with the seasoning. I think I'll add a little bit more olive oil. And then I'll let that simmer over a low heat. And while I do that, I am going to sort out the cowpeas and the peanuts and check on the beans as well. I think they're done, you guys. Let me see. Oh, are they? Yeah, I think they're all right. Once I add the soup, I think that would just be enough to cook them perfectly so they're not too soft. All right, that's cooking down quite nicely. I think I'll turn the heat down a little bit more as well. And tasteful seasoning. Well, I have to be honest, I am not 100% sure here what I'm actually looking for. So, I don't know, we're winging it, I guess. But I'm gonna do my best because I don't want to ruin this. Because I can't tell, like, I don't know, like, look at the different colors. Is that bad? The dark ones as opposed to the light, or it's just variation of color? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. So we'll see. So I'm gonna do those, and then I'm gonna do the peanuts as well. Peanuts, not going to be a problem. I think I'm an expert at these now because I love them and I eat them so much. This is actually going to be a little bit of work. I can see that now. Right, I think the soup is cooked down enough to my liking, and I'm just going to add the beans in there. So I'm just going to let that simmer and cook down for a few minutes. Right, so here I have picked out the cowpeas and rinsed them, so I'm just going to put them in the pressure cooker now. I'm not actually sure if they take longer to cook or just about the same, but we'll find out. I couldn't even be asked to look it up on the internet, but anyway, we're gonna figure it out. So while these are cooking, I'm gonna be working on the peanuts, and then I'll mix them afterwards. Right, guys, so because I don't have a big enough a pot that's big enough, I am opting to start cooking the peanuts in the two pots here, and then the cowpeas are still in the pressure cooker, and then I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. While I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm gonna start packing the meats that are already done. You guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Look at that little bit of chicken. And that's over 170 grams. So I guess I'm gonna have to go 200 maybe. Wow, you guys. I didn't know. I didn't realize. Wow. So this is why you need to weigh your food, because if you just estimate, you're actually overeating without realizing. Wow. Yeah, so I'm just going to be aiming for 200 grams per serving. Or could I do more? I think let me do 300 actually. Since we're all about trying to get a lot of this protein in. So let's add a bit more. Wow, that's actually going to be quite a lot. I think maybe 250 would do. Yeah, because otherwise that would be too much. And let's top that one up as well. Right, so I've emptied the sugar beans into this bowl. The cowpeas are done, and I am just waiting for the peanuts to cook to about 80%, and then I'll add the cowpeas. So this is how much peanuts I have. So I try and do a ratio of 1:2, so 1 serving, so more nuts basically, because I love nuts more. So that's just what I do. So I'm just waiting for that to cook. I'm going to taste for seasoning, add it together, and then let it cook together so that the flavors really blend in properly. Here's the progress, guys. We are almost done. And then all that's left is just to leave it to cool. And then I can pack and put away. That's the exciting bit. So finally, all the cooking is done. I am so pleased with myself. So I have let the food cool down, and I have packaged it all now. So I've color coordinated it, if you can see. So I have all my protein in the blue bags, and then all my carbs in the clear bags. So I know exactly what's where. So in terms of like the protein, it's really not going to matter like whichever bag I pick up, but they're so different, so it'll be easy for me to identify. So I have my chicken breast here, and then I have my chicken wings over here, and then my chicken mince right here, and then that's cowpeas and peanuts and sugar beans, all of that. So I'm just going to mix and match as I feel. So this makes it really easy for me to be prepared, to plan ahead of time. So I'm always going to have all my healthy foods, easy for me to know exactly what I have and what I want to eat. So this helps me out a lot. You guys, you really need to try this bulk cooking. So anytime, I'm always going to have food ready and on the go, especially like with these ones for like taking out with me for snacking or eating later on, and just making sure that I keep on top of my protein intake for the day. So that's it, you guys. I hope you found it useful. Please like, share, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.